Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, 4, 5.
Hi, Kathy.
Good evening, Mr. Sears.
How are you? Hi, Jordan. Hey, Vince.
Good afternoon, all.
The closed captioning took hi or hey Vince and turned it into events. Still pretty good.
Hey, I won't argue.
It absolutely blows the mind, doesn't it, when you see how accurate this voice recognition is. Hi, Rich.
I'm here, Rich, but I'm traveling, so I'll keep my video off.
That must be Steve Scalette.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Oh, great. Yeah, so I'll keep my video off, but I am here.
Okay, that's good. We only need 2 other committee members, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have 2 minutes past. Is that correct?
I have 4 on the dot.
Aha. Well, there's something wrong with the time apparatus on my phone. It's the Russian.
Didn't you work for a watch and clock museum?
Yes. What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing. I just was calling that out.
It could be the Russians, James.
Hey, listen, they're all over the place.
They've got my phone targeted. There's no other explanation.
They're already
Okay.
pushing our meetings out.
Okay, I think all the members are here, Mr. Robinson.
Okay, on that note, we'll call to order. Motion, call for a motion to approve the minutes of May 3rd.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, motion passes. On to administrative reports. Take it away, Mrs. Chichuli.
Okay, and thank you, board members and committee members, for attending the Personnel Committee meeting today. This is just a follow-up from our last committee meeting. We are reviewing the Tier 2 compensation plan. Since our last meeting, we have made some updates, and I just want to walk you through those. On page 3, we added the school psychologist as a 10-month employee, 200 days. This is a full-time salaried position that was approved at the last meeting. And so I added the terms of employment to outline the 200 days, and then I added that position to number 2 under definitions. Okay. Any questions there? Okay. And then our next change is on page 6 for unused sick days. Based on recommendation from one of the committee members, because the section N was already outlined in a next section that we'll be talking about, we didn't feel that there was a need to have it in both places, so we scratched that out. Okay, item C under Article 7 for retirement benefit, which starts off on page 6 but runs into page 7. This section here is on the sick days. Previously, the Tier 2 compensation group mirrored same language as teachers and the current support staff language. And so we updated this section to have it mirror the Act 93. And so it limits them, first of all, requires them to have 10 consecutive years of employment with the district. And then it limits them to 300 days at 30 days. And I believe that is all the corrections, with one exception, I apologize. In the salary ranges, we did add the school psychologist to reflect that position in this group as well. So those are the changes that we've made. And I'll open up the floor to the committee for any discussions on any of the changes or anything else on this compensation plan.
Any questions or comments from members of the committee? Hearing none, I'll open it up to other members of the board who are in attendance. Any questions or comments?
A comment from Joel, just like to thank the administration for attending to this. I think it's very important for us to have complete and consistent agreements and contracts, and this is a step in that direction, so thank you.
Absolutely, Joel. I'll piggyback on that and add my thanks as well. We've been kind of all over the place in the past, and it's, I think, good to be at least headed in the direction of consistency. So it's true.
Any other comments or questions? Gentlemen of the committee, nothing?
Nope, I think it looks good. Thank you, Rich.
Mr. Sanders, one last chance.
I
Your
will
smile says
thank,
it all.
I will thank everybody for pulling this together and formalizing the process. Thank you.
Well, I'd just like to echo all of the sentiments previously expressed and add that it is an ongoing process, the eternal struggle, and it will continue. Or should I say, it shall continue? Yeah, I'll say it shall continue. Well, on that note, if there's nothing else to say, I believe we can move on to the next item on the agenda.
Well, I'm just going to say that the board, the administration will look for a recommendation from the full board at the June 14th meeting. So this will be included for a formal board vote on that meeting.
So you'll need a formal recommendation from the committee. Is that right, Mrs. Citrulli?
That is correct.
Okay, my sense of it from the reactions is that you will have no trouble getting the aforementioned recommendation. Ain't that right, fellas? Okay.
Thank you. And that concludes the administrative reports.
Okay. Then we can move on to the next item of the agenda,
Yes.
which I believe is the committee chair report. I'd just like to report that the committee's doing a hell of a job. Thanks. Item 5, information. No information to impart?
No information from the administration.
Item 6, public comment. Any public comment?
We did not have any public comment moments ago, but you know, you got to this part of the agenda so quickly. If you would like to give me 1 minute, I would just confirm that.
Anything anybody'd like to share during this
Hey,
long?
Rich,
minute?
you're on target here. This is board record pace.
Now, see, I had to slow it down a little bit,
No,
but
no. I don't
there
have
is
a
no
pep-
additional public comment.
All right.
We should have a committee motto: speed and efficiency. Hey? Okay. Well, on that note, item 7, next meeting is Monday, August 2nd at 5 p.m. Thank you all for attending. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks all. Have a great one. See ya.
See ya.
Best I could do.